Now let's look at a practice called price discrimination. Price discrimination is the practice of selling a good at different prices to different consumers. We see this all the time in the market, but it takes special circumstances and special conditions in order for it to be possible. For the opportunity for a firm to be able to be a price discriminator, the firm has to have market power, there must be different consumer groups, and there must not be a possible resale of whatever product is being produced. Let's look at the example of a restaurant to try to see how price discrimination works. Remember, the firm is trying to maximize its profits. Here we're looking at a restaurant. And we're going to look at the senior discounts in restaurants. You've experienced this when you've gone to a restaurant and you see the menu and you see that maybe there's a 5% or a 10% discount for senior citizens. How does this work and why does this work? Well, it's working on the basis of the fact that there must be market power. So there must be a downward sloping demand curve faced by the restaurant. There must be at least two sets of consumers, and they must be differentiable. Right? So we can differentiate between seniors and non-seniors just by looking at their identification card and seeing when their birthday was. Now the other difference is they must have a different elasticity of demand for the product. Here we can see that the demand for seniors is much more elastic. A small change in price is going to change the quantity quite a bit in percentage terms, where the demand curve for non-seniors is much less elastic. Now, how does price discrimination work? Well, suppose you can separate the two types of consumers through some mechanism. And then you can be the monopolist and look at where marginal revenue crosses marginal cost and see what price should be charged for each consumer group. When we do that, we can see that this restaurant is going to charge seniors a price of $3 and non-seniors a price of $6. In essence, we're going to look at the group with the elastic demand curve and charge a low price, and the group with the relatively inelastic demand curve and charge them a higher price. This is how we can maximize profits. To see that, what would happen if you charged the price of $3 in the non-senior market? Well, at $3, we can see that's not the profit maximizing price for non-seniors. So we must be earning lower profits in this market. The same would be true if we charged the non-senior price of $6 in the senior market. This is not the profit maximizing price given that demand curve. So in order to maximize profits, the firm tries to divide the potential customers into the two groups and applies the marginal principle twice. This is price discrimination. It's a way of maximizing profits as much as possible.